Hi, everyone. I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive.
Hi, and I'm Bree Swanson, and I'm a small medium at large.
And today we're starting a series of 4 videos on healing stones. And these are going to focus on physically healing stones for physical healing. And once we get this series knocked out for you, then we'll move on to the emotional and spiritual healing stones to kind of give you some tips on basic stones that are relatively easy to come by that you can use for these 3 different types of healing.
Mhm.
So, with that being said, overall, we're going to focus loosely on the warm tone stones and crystals and then work our way through to the cool tone ones. But as a general rule of thumb, think of the warmer toned stones as being helpful in treating thoracic and muscular issues, achy joints, and lower body organs. And then the cooler tone stones are more effective with acute pain, surgical sites, migraines and throat pain, cuts, and things like that. Um, Upper body organs and glandular issues are also with cool stones. So some crystals come in both sets of colors. A lot, as you know, some crystals are all kinds of colors. And as a result, they have different uses. So we're going to try to be specific about naming the color of each stone if that's going to be the case. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
then, yeah.
And then, as we begin this, we also wanted to put a disclaimer out on every video, of course. But before we get into that disclaimer, we also wanted to talk about some other crystal like don'ts. Um, yeah, don't put your don't put your crystals in water if you don't know what they do in water, because sometimes they dissolve and sometimes they become toxic when they're wet. So definitely do your research and figure out what you can do to cleanse them and take care of them. Never ingest them. Always, like I said, just do your research, do the proper care for them, and just make sure that just know that crystal healing is a complementary practice. And we will go into that with the disclaimer too.
Yeah, I just want to say, please note, we are not doctors, and this in no way, shape, or form should replace medicine, be it Western medicine, Eastern medicine, or even your homeopathic, providers, their diagnosis and their diagnoses and their treatment plans.
Yeah.
It's not meant to do that. We advocate crystal use for aiding and enhancing your existing treatment programs and your regimens. And so, as a first line of defense, you can also use it if you feel like you've got a certain ailment or something coming on. You can use these as a first line of defense to stave it off or to help it not be as bad as it might otherwise be. So, whenever you feel a state of dis-ease in your body, please go ahead and feel free to try using the crystals first. Okay.
Yeah. But relying solely on crystals can and very well could potentially harm your health by delaying necessary medical care. So make sure you get on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and kick it off if you want to, Bree, and we'll get started.
Okay, so I guess we're going to talk about agate, which we've got pink ones, we've got red ones, we've got orange ones, yellow, brown. There's a full spectrum of colored agates, even the different types as well. They're good for detox, skin and eye issues, blood vessel health, uterine health, pancreas health, and lymphatic health as well.
And they're then specifically to this, oh, that's a really pretty pink one. Yeah. But specific to the brown one, these are good to use when you've had exposure to radiation or x-rays and you need to recover from, that kind of exposure. It just kind of helps lessen and dampen the effect of it. Go ahead. I think there's more.
I've got a little orange guy here. Got some nice banding.
Yeah. Also good for x-ray.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then we go to moss agate. Moss agate is usually like a dark green, and it's got white, and a lot of times it actually looks like there's moss growing in it. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, we've both got some crystals to show you here. But it looks like there's moss. Look at that one. You can really see it in the white with the green that Bree's got. This one's kind of clear, and you can see the moss growing in it. So what moss agate is really good for is symptoms, pretty much stabilizing all symptoms in your physical body, bringing circulation, also bringing digestion and neural activity and the function of the visceral organs into harmony and balance. And it's good also for blood sugar, balancing your blood sugar levels, food issues, and problems such as anorexia and bulimia, and also lymph nodes. So that's it for moss.
Cool. All right.
And
I know you have a lovely piece of picture agates.
do really pretty picture agates. Picture agate has its own special purpose. It stimulates the pineal and the pituitary glands, and it aids with coordination. So if you're having trouble, with physical hand-eye coordination and stuff like that, sometimes people do in the wake of recovering from something else, then picture agate's really good to use and wear and have on you for help with that. Okay.
Absolutely. Cool. All right. And then I guess we could move on to carnelian.
Yeah, let's do.
Okay. Well, this is my piece here.
That's a really pretty one.
Yeah.
Carnelian is primarily orange. It's got some brown to it, and there's some pink ones and stuff, but the one I have is orange. You can see here some samples on cards. Sometimes the cards I feel like are clearer than us holding them up to the camera, so I'll try to include those when I have a card. But anyway, what's carnelian all good for?
Good for boosting vitality, energy levels, blood circulation, wound healing as well, reproductive health, lower back, and kidney and metabolism.
Yeah. It also stimulates fertility, can increase fertility too. So, and it supports detox from alcohol and other drugs. So it's useful in that area as well.
Very cool. All right.
Have,
On along.
huh?
We're just moving on along.
Yeah, right. Next we have garnet, which is really pretty. And I will say there are a whole bunch of different colors of garnet, and we're talking today about red garnet. That's a really deep color one that she's got. This is the red one that I've got. You can see through it, and it can be cut into like gem quality products, like my jewelry. And I have a pair of earrings in the red as well. Try to get it there so you can kind of see through it. But red garnet is good for low blood pressure. Also frostbite, arthritis, another good arthritis one, and states of temporary paralysis, usually again as a result of something happening, an accident or another illness. It's good to help strengthen the muscles and relieve temporary paralysis. It's also an excellent tonic for the endocrine system and can help with weight loss. So bonus. Anyway.
Yeah. I think the two that really stand out to me about garnet are the fact that it can potentially help with the immune system, and it can also potentially help with detox as well.
Good one. So let's move on to pyrite.
Okay.
Pyrite, some of y'all know it as fool's gold. That's kind of the muggle term for it, but I love it. Iron pyrite is such a great tool for a lot of things. But in terms of physical healing, I have to hold myself back so I don't just blather on about all the other many wonderful things. We'll get to it again when we get around to spiritual and mental healing. But it helps your stomach, your intestines, ulcers and acidity imbalances, like acid indigestion, stuff like that. The sulfur component in it aids in purifying the body of infection and stimulating proper endocrine function. And I learned something new about it when I was getting ready to do this video. It's also good for male impotence and infertility. Its iron component focuses the power of the pyrite into the blood and the tissues, allowing it to be used to also combat skin disease and fungal infections. So, packs a big punch.
Cool.
Did you have anything extra on pyrite?
Reduces environmental pollution,
Oh,
and and I believe there's lung health as well with that one, which I'm pretty sure you mentioned that. So
yeah, it's in there. So
I
anyway, we thank you for this. And for now, we're going to sign off and we'll be back soon with part two of 4.